His Royal Highness.
That one not the reigning. I'm just the area father.
Oh, just the area father.
Not even Charlie Boy. And I don't know who is here today. Who really did you want to interview?
Well, we wanted to interview everybody. Wanted to interview Charlie Boy, wanted to interview the area father, wanted to interview Charles Oputa, everybody.
And even Linda.
Yes, everybody.
Okay.
You know, Charlie, 64 years. It was, for me, unbelievable. When I heard it and I checked it out, I was like, this cannot be true. Because even as you sit right before me, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you relate, I don't see anything like 50-ish in it.
Me either. I don't know who put me at 64. You know, my body feels 35.
You do work out though?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I have to, you know.
I'm jealous of this.
Yeah. My body feels 35, and mentally I feel 75 because of my experiences, because of my mistakes, because of my goofs. And I've fallen so many times, but I always manage to pick myself up. So yes, you know, but placing it exactly at 64, I'm not too sure about that. But we wouldn't argue about that, would we?
But you did gather people together some time ago.
No, actually,
my 60th birthday.
No,
I think a lot of people are placing you properly.
You know, like you said in your intro, Charlie Boy means different things to different people, and there's a lot of speculations out there as to the brand, you know, and all of that. So I just allow it to go. They're putting dates on it. I don't like to put dates on anything.
You want to be dated?
No.
So okay, let us. You say for now, area father is the in thing. Can you differentiate between the different persons?
Area father just means that, you know, I'm playing a fatherly role in the scheme of things as far as Nigerian youths are concerned. You know, I'm the father. A lot of people have passed through me, you know, and they're very successful. A lot of people who pass through me, you can start naming them. I don't want to be dropping names here, but I've mentored millions of youths. I've inspired millions of youth, at least if for nothing, to embolden them to be their true self, their true authentic self. You know, so yes, and that's why I'm a father. And as Charles Oputa, you know, I have 9 kids, I have 14 grandchildren, so hey, I'm no longer a boy.
Yeah, Charlie, let's go back. It's even hard for me to call you Charlie anymore. I mean, grandfather.
That's my name.
Grandfather.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
You were a normal boy. I mean,
I'm still normal. Look at me. No links, nothing.
When you were born.
I'm over normal today.
And then,
but why did you decide to come to the show like this today? I didn't know what to expect.
That's how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling so ordinary.
Okay, so let's go back to that time. Of course, you know, you said people are trying to piece things together, but part of what we pieced together was actually you went to the seminary at a point, and then you came out of the seminary. Tell us, at what point did this dual, not even dual, because Charlie was not a dual personality actually. He said, I don't know what they call for like four.
So many people live in this house.
You understand what I mean?
Multiple personality.
Multiple personality, that's the word. Of course, you read communication, so you helped me out quickly. So, you know, where did this multiple personality, was it something you designed or it came by accident? Or something happened in your life that dragged you into it?
I can't really say for sure. But at every point in my life, you know, somebody has passed through it, has made me have a rethink, sort of. I remember when I was in Boston, in America, I was just getting through my previous marriage before this. I was very, very lonely. And I said I was going to go out, just drive out, because I was so lonely. Drive out and have some fun. So I picked up somebody on the street I thought was a woman, It's a weird story, but you want to hear this?
Yeah,
okay. So, of course, brought her back to my apartment.
Brought him or her?
Well, it was a hard time, so brought her back to the apartment, and all I just wanted was a company to pour my heart out that night. It wasn't for anything physical, just to talk, somebody to talk to. And yes, talk we did till the next morning. And by the time she now walked into my bathroom and came out a man, I was like transfixed. It was like, wow. As a woman, she was very beautiful. As a man, he was so handsome. And I'm like, I could play this too. Okay. And that was where that started, I think. That was how that started. And if you remember on Charlie Boy Show, I played Miss Ziggy Ziggy. Mm-hmm. I did a lot of drag queen things on the Charlie Boy Show, And yes, Charlie Boy, we know, is all conjured. It doesn't exist. He doesn't exist, really. It's a character I build from my imagination, my fantasy. Somebody to shock timid, myopic, Mongo packish last year Nigerians out of their way of thinking. So that was the Charlie Boy character. I have another one that lives in here, and I call him Cheetah. Cheetah is a spiritual guide, the one that makes sure that spiritually I'm at peace with myself, I'm content, and I'm happy. So that's Cheetah, that's Linda, that's Charlie Boy, that's Mr. Puta.
All put together.
All in one.
One. But at any point in your life, did it bother you that you were the son of this very respectable Nigerian, and to a large extent people could not place you properly?
It was good that people couldn't place me properly. I never wanted anybody to place me properly. And because I know that people are fickle-minded, Charlie Boy, the brand Charlie Boy is all contrived. I know you know that. Yeah. Maybe they don't, but it's all contrived. So, and I just, like I keep telling people, I'm really not a musician. I just dabbled into it because I wanted quick fame. Quick fame. I was tired after my youth corps, and of course there was a job waiting for me, which I didn't want to. I didn't need the job because I couldn't picture myself in a 9-to-5 kind of no way. Yeah. So, and then of course when I told my parents that this was what I wanted to do rather than work a 9-to-5, of course they felt scandalized, sort of, yeah. So I decided to disown them and stay on my own.
You don't want to wait for them to disown you?
No, I disowned them. I mean, this was in Owerri. This was in 79 or 80. So when they were on their way to Lagos, I was on my way, guess where? Back to the village. And I stayed in that village for 8 years, from America back to the village in some transition.
Why did you have to do that?
Because I didn't want to be following somebody who didn't believe in me, who thought I was wasting my life, I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to find my own path.
What were you doing in the village for 8 years?
In the village,
you already had the dual character?
No, that was when I started to mold all of that, But I started with doing a recording studio.
In the village?
Yes. The first year was exciting. I had some small business come, putting body and soul together. But after the first year, it was horrific. Horrific. Now, everybody knows the pedigree I come from. I've never had anything to do with poverty, but for those 8 years, yes, I knew poverty, I experienced poverty, I came face to face with poverty. Because you
disowned your parents who could have helped out.
Yes, but they are the ones smiling now.
Were you living in their house in the village, or you built your own house in the village?
No, of course then I couldn't afford to build my house now. I was just starting. I don't get money, nothing.
So I'm just wondering. because
So yeah, I was living in their house, in the boys' quarter.
when you had disowned them.
Yes, yes, yes.
They didn't throw you out.
No, they didn't throw me out. I guess if they could, they would have thrown me out.
But let me ask you, you know,
But let me just tie that story
Yeah,
up.
tied up. Yeah.
I stayed 8 years in the village. I went from a studio owner, and then when that business just dried up, and I mean totally dried up, I started to sell pepper soup. Yes, I started to sell beer. I had a small booker where I sold pepper soup and beer. And after a while, things became so hard, so very hard. My wife had to leave back to America to work to send me some small money, because the last thing I wanted to do was to go back to my people to say, please,
Help me.
help me. Because I know my father. I used to hate my father before. There was no love lost between me and my father. I thought he was a barbarian. I thought he was wicked, because out of all my siblings, it looks like I was the one getting the short end of the stick all the time. But then again, yes, I was stubborn. And the only saving grace for those 8 years was my angel, the woman I call Tina Onwodiwe, the African Oyibo. I'm sure you guys remember. She took me out of that village situation and put me in Lagos, paid for my first year rent in Lagos. In fact, the first 2 years she paid for it.
Wow.
And then she introduced me to different people in Lagos. That was how I started.
You had known her before then?
No, before living in the village, no. I met Tina 3 years after staying in the village, one of my rare trips to Lagos. Then, I used to travel by luxurious bus, and they would give me, of course, now there was no money, so they would give me, yes, that small seat to sit at the
Very
back of the-
uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do, especially when you're as stubborn as I am. You don't hear what people are saying. Is that goal, that focus, you keep your eyes on the ball all the time. And that's why when people say to me, aren't you going to change? I say, change to what? I don't change. I mean, it's a brand that works for me, so what's the change about?
They're not complaining.
No.
So,
The question,
Go ahead.
Amode, the question I wanted to ask, I mean, be fair to everyone. This was a guy they took to the United States to go to school, graduated.
I did go to school, I did graduate, yes. What else?
I'm not going to that with you, Charlie. So you come back, and your father and mother saw a completely different human being. If you went,
No, it didn't start like that. I didn't come
They
back.
wanted you first. They wanted you to study law.
No, they didn't want me. In my family, no. They don't. My parents don't hustle you to do whatever, anything in particular. But I know that my father would have wished that I studied law. But wishes are horses, and beggars ain't riding yet.
Yeah.
So I just had to do what I had to do. But the good thing about it was that my relationship with especially my father, wasn't strained all along. Yeah, I think for about the past 35 years, we made up. Yeah, I remember when things were going okay for me in Lagos. I just started. Tina was so helpful, in my life. And I just built my first house. And then my father comes to visit one day, and the next day I said, okay, I want to take you somewhere. So I took him to this new site, and he looked at it, never said a word. Then we came back, and in my head I was like, so this guy no even appreciate anything. Before then, all I heard from my father was, oh, you want to throw your life away, you don't want to be responsible, blah, 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 blah. You should have done blah, blah. Give me a break. And that was why I stayed in ENUGU, so I won't hear those things again. Yeah. So we now came back. He slept in my room throughout the night. He didn't say nothing to me. Then in the morning, in the morning, usually I just escort him downstairs, goes to the car, I say bye-bye, and, off he goes. This time I decided I wasn't going to do that. So I stayed in my bed, and the man just carried his briefcase. He walked out the room, shut the door. I said, oh, thank God, And then he comes back again. And then he goes, I never really said this to you, but he was looking to me like, it seemed to me like the words were so heavy in his mouth. And he turned around and said, I'm really proud of you. And I felt like I was going to freak out.
You didn't know where that came from?
It was like, no, I've never heard him talk like that to me before. It was always in the negative. You can't do this, you can't do that. For this man, and I think that all the struggle before then was, okay, how am I going? I'm going to beat this guy hands down. If he has any kind of popularity, I'm going to have 3 times as more. If he has any kind of money, I'm going to have 100 times as more. And then, of course, all my dreams were achieved. So, for the past 12 years, I brought him. He was living with me in Abuja. He died in my house. Unfortunately, he didn't die in my arms, but he died in my house. And, sometimes, in the evenings, we were sitting down. He's drinking his stout. I'm drinking my Coke. And I'll go, Shebi, what if I had taken your advice? What would have happened? He said, yeah. Then he'll now go say something like, parents are not God. They can't always be right. Yeah. And I said, but that's what I'm talking about. You shouldn't always dictate. Our job as parents is to just talk to the children, make them your friend, give them advice if you think they're going offbeat, but allow them to develop in the way, however they are wired. Just encourage them. Well, for me, maybe it was the bullying that helped me become who I am, okay? Made me more tenacious about my pursuit.
Charlie, do you mind if I ask you who you are?
I'm Charles Oputa, just an ordinary person. I'm very boring, as Mr. Oputa, very, very boring. You don't want to hear my routine as Mr. Oputa. I don't even have a social life.
And you've drank, all you've had all your life is Coke?
No, I don't mess with alcohol.
Drugs?
Drugs. I experimented a little bit. That was 45 years ago.
So what's your high? What's your high,
My high?
You're like a hyper-sensitive person.
Yeah,
so
my high is that I could
know?
mess with your mind. That's my high. I'm a mind
How would you do that?
Player. Yeah. How? That's the same way.
You try to do it while you're...
Not the same way I mess with everybody. Who is someone will say, demonic. This person will say he has under spiritual activity.
Which one is that? Is something
a different
Illuminati.
This person say, he belongs to this cult, And then when people meet me, it's like, wait in the worry, are you okay? They don't understand.
They're waiting for you to
yeah, they're waiting for me. They think I'll be
act
loud and obnoxious and, I'll be carrying on, but that's not who I am.
Behind, under all this facade.
That's what it is.
Yes. There is a family man.
Oh, yeah.
There is a family man.
Father,
grandfather, loving husband.
Mm-hmm.
How
can be any different.
How do you put all that together with everything around you and all the family life?
What around me? What is everything around me? I've always had family around me. I watched my father, live with my mother. I think they've been together for more than 60 years. Even till my father passed, I watched them holding hands. I watched them sometimes stealing kisses, as old as they are.
Wow.
And, even when I was having problems as a teenager, coming into adulthood, because I was married previously. I think about 2 or 3, I lost count, you know, and they didn't work. But I think it was all to prepare me,
For,
you know,
to get to where you are now.
Yeah, where I am. I mean, I live with my present. I've lived with my present wife for the past 37 years, and it's not like a bed of roses like people would think. You have to work at it, you know. And but my parents were my model. That's what I saw. And regardless of, you know, sometimes I didn't even appreciate when they were arguing, really fighting, or when they were being lovey-dovey, you know, because no sooner have they shouted at each other, I see them holding hands and doing stuff, you know. So that's what I grew up seeing. And even it bothered me when I was going through marriages that, you know, I mean, that maybe I'm not cut out for marriage.
But how do you relate with your children? I mean, with this multiple personality.
They're my friends. No, see, Charlie Boy is not in the house. He does not come to the house. Linda has no business. No, it's just Charles Soputa. And
when you wore all those things, you came to the house dressed that way. Came out of the house dressed.
When I wore what?
All your gear.
And then my kids will know I'm going to work.
They also to put food on the table.
Yes.
You know, we have a big surprise. We are not bringing it out yet.
Not surprise for me.
Not
surprise for you.
You know, whether you like it or not, you are a Nigerian musician. Whether it was part of your game,
yeah, we
see you, and a lot of people see you as a successful Nigerian musician. I remember what that means. Of course, Felix won't stop singing, 1990, and all that. Of course, you've been in entertainment. Tell me, when Tina brought you to Lagos so many years ago, when you look back at all those years, how would you describe the progress or non-progress the entertainment industry may have made in Nigeria?
I'm quite impressed. I'm very impressed. You know, I pioneered the big money in this business as a PMAN president. I pioneered our due respect in this business as a PMAN president, and that was my falling out with corporate bodies where I was locked up because I said over somebody else's dead body, not mine, that you're going to bring foreign artists to disrespect my Nigerian artist, and you better stop paying that kind of useless money that they used to pay to the artists before. Okay, so I pioneered all of that, and I am happy that today, individually, talentful everywhere.
All over.
Okay, but collectively, I don't think we're doing that great. Individually, yes. There are a lot of artists today that I doff my heart for, you know, young people coming up. Some even passed through my university.
I see you try to do one or two things with one or two of them.
Yeah, and then, you know, there was a time that, you know, Nigerian music wasn't played in nightclubs, you know. I argued about that. I remember this incident in the plane. I think it was Al-Bakr Air. As a PMAN president, you dare not play anything that is not Nigerian around me. I won't have that. In fact, I will fight you, sha. You know. And then these days, what do you see? Just Nigerian music in the nightclub.
Yes.
So I'm happy about that. I mean, it's progress being made over the years. But collectively, we need to do something, you know.
What are you suggesting?
What exactly?
I'm hoping that PMAN will get his act right, to at least let it be the umbrella that everybody can come under. You know, we need that too.
All right. Well, you're still watching the O&M show. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll unveil our surprise guest. Don't go away.
menkanga Onyama baby oh, onyama baby mo Onyama baby mo Afolonginanya mwatamisi mo Nikakwegumebu mwatamisi mo Hey, asampete mwanyoma lo 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 Mwatamisi ife ya sogwemo Ife ya sogwemo Otrisi ekwoku, otrisi aga Omume ya sogwemo Mwatamisi le Mwatamisi ife ya sogwemo Mwatamisi ife ya sogwemo Onyoma Ololo lo 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 Onyoma Asampete wanyoma Munagige bio Ife ya sogwemo Mwatamisi le Asampete wanyoma Mwatamissimo, sikene mi fije menganga. Mwatamissimo, wa mi fije menganga. Yes sir. Mwatamissimo, sikene mi fije menganga. Mwatamissimo, wa mi fije menganga. Onyama baby oh, onyama baby mo Onyama baby mo Afolonginanya mwatamisi mo Nikakwegumebu mwatamisi mo Hey, asampete mwanyoma lo 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 Nuzo, mwatamisi manya wenisi. Anomnaga fe nuzo, mwatamisi manya wenisi. Osimu, eyu biakene, eyu biakene, oh. Abialamo, baby, Abialamo.
You're still watching the O and M show, and we're privileged to have Charlie Boy Oputa. And we're even more privileged knowing that on a day he was coming on our show, he had to keep a lot of the other personalities away. I think he came here with Charlie Boy. No. Charles Oputa.
If you ask me, it's been a little bit of every one of them.
No, but I didn't see Charlie Boy. I've not seen Charlie Boy.
Charlie Boy is not here today.
Well, we have a special guest. You know, when Charlie Boy was opening, he said he was a father and grandfather. And one of his grandchildren is joining us
on the show.
We have Olivia Ede, one of the so many. Olivia, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
Welcome, Olivia. Okay.
So who do you see when this man is standing in front of you? Do you see Granddad? Do you see Charlie Boy? Do you see Linda? Do you see Ziggy? What do you see?
I see Charles Oputa, Granddad.
Granddad?
Yeah.
Tell us about him.
Oh, well, at home, he's Charles Oputa, his granddad, he makes sure he gives advice.
Advice?
Yeah, every time I have problems, I always run to go meet him because he always knows all the answers.
Wow.
Yeah, every school
I know
problem.
all the answers?
Daddy, you know all the answers.
Okay.
If I have issues in school or, I'm just going through something I can't really talk about, he's always there for me.
You know, so we
like
don't talk about their
confident.
ages. Well, maybe you should give us an idea,
Of my,
like how old are you?
I'm 20
20.
and I'm the first grandchild.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you actually have royal.
So you're still in school?
Yes, I'm still in media.
What are you studying now?
I'm studying media advertising and public relations.
Oh,
What school is that?
Middlesex University
Oh, okay.
In the
In
United
UK.
Kingdom.
in Mauritius. It's an island.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have an idea. So I see that
Some chemistry.
yeah, with the grandparent, and did it influence your study in advertising, communications, and
I think it's in the blood.
oh, it's in the blood.
Yeah, because I started doing law first because I wanted to follow the footsteps of my great grandfather.
Okay.
But then when I